I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. No serious changes in the models at mid-session. We really kind of like the forecast that we put together earlier in the day today, talking about a major cold air push as we come in this weekend. Now, you'll recall we've been talking about this major cold air push for this weekend for over a week now, seeing it break out at late last week on some of these models. And you know what? It's a viable solution. Some of the coldest air of the season going to be pushing down over the eastern Corn Belt. What we are seeing develop now is a chance, or at least a better chance, of precipitation. I like the thoughts we had earlier in the day today. Don't think I want to deviate from them much as we go through Friday into Saturday, of seeing some moisture get wrung out over places like Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, thanks to the cold air racing in. We've got some warmer air there now. Warm air can hold more moisture than cold air. You know the drill. It gets wrung out. But added to that is a nice big northerly wind push down the fetch of Lake Michigan. That's going to enhance some moisture. And I think we're also going to be seeing some wet snowflakes flying. However, before you hear anybody get too up in arms over snow in the forecast, this is not going to be a major deal. We're still looking at temperatures in the lower half of the 40s, okay? So it's not like we're going to be seeing freezing conditions and piling this snow up. We're talking wet snowflakes that'll fly, especially as precipitation holds on later in the afternoon on Friday and goes into the nighttime hours after sunset. That's when I think we'll be seeing some moisture there, some snowflakes there. Overall moisture totals, I like generally from a quarter to maybe 4/10 of an inch over about 60% of those states that we listed. You can make the argument 70. I like 60 a little bit more. And then there will be some areas as you get closer into the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, even Lake Erie, where you might see some moisture enhancement there. I'm not looking for more snow as much as I'm just looking at moisture enhancement. Maybe you get a half an inch of actual water as you get into some of those areas before all is said and done. What's real keen here to talk about is the fact that this is only going to be close in to the center of that high that slides down. It's only going to be in closer to the water, those states that we listed. You go back farther west into the western Corn Belt, yeah, we're probably going to be dealing with clouds because the cold air push and the circulation that's with it will generate clouds because of the cold air. But I don't think we're looking at precipitation, and therefore we're probably not looking at as big a chances for harvest delays. Going into next week, no real significant changes here. Going to be watching for a frontal boundary to try and work its way through early on in the week, or I guess I should say by midweek. And then we've got several more active frontal boundaries going to be moving through between next week and about the 14th. We're going to be seeing tighter windows of opportunity in between those fronts, and so coverage is going to be key. You put all of them together over the next 2 weeks, I'm looking for nearly 100% coverage of the region, the Corn Belt, getting rain. Each successive front, though, I think your coverage is probably going to be more about 70%. So there will be some opportunities for harvest to go forward. But I think we put it best in the online write-up this morning when we said, hey, look, it's going to get down now to where you're dodging the showers, trying to get a little bit done here, a little bit done there. It's going to lead to probably an extended harvest period, but that's a concern we had several weeks ago. And it's just going to be something where you take what you can get when you can get it. Overall moisture amounts don't look excessive. Maybe we see a 1 to 1.25 inch rain event out of one of those fronts coming through, especially in the southern part of the Corn Belt, Ohio Valley, but progress is farther along there anyway. The farther north you go, the more it's just going to be hit and miss stuff coming through. We do see cool air trying to reassert itself after this first initial push. I really look for the first half of the month of November to be normal to even slightly below normal with regard to temperatures. I think our string of months where we've been holding near normal, or even here this fall going slightly above, I think that's over, and we are definitely going to be seeing winter come in fairly quickly. This has been a winter scenario all along where we've thought, hey, once winter starts, it's going to start fast. We're not looking back. This isn't happening so much with precipitation this time around, but I can definitely see a pattern here that's showing that cold air wants to come. It wants to come and stay and kind of flip us the other way. So that's what I'm going to be watching here over the course of the next few days. Otherwise, we're leaving the forecast pretty much alone at this hour. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a shout at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.